Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. This is Freya, the Mount Washington medium, and I have a special little sneak peek or never before shared info that I wanted to touch base on here this morning. If you're not interested, okay, that's fine. You can skip ahead to timestamps after the live stream is over. But I do get a lot of questions from my client base and just from people in general. I get a lot of questions about, my life as a medium, like my general day-to-day life. And I also get questions about the difference between a physical medium and a mental medium, which is the majority of mediums that you might come across are mental mediums. And first of all, let me just say, I do not and have never thought that one is better than the other at connecting or communicating with spirit. I just feel like we connect differently, and there is different definitions. People have different opinions about what it means to be a physical medium. So for me, just what I've adopted for my own life is being a physical medium. The way it affects me the most is that I primarily use my physical senses to connect with spirit when I'm giving a full-on mediumship reading, which is not generally what I do. Here I channel and I use tools. I use the tarot. But when I'm sitting with a client to give a full-on no tools reading, I'm wide open and I'm using my physical senses. So in other words, I see with my eyes, I hear with my ears, and spirit may impose symptoms on me if they're trying to relay a message. Now, I do feel like, and I've heard this and I believe this, there are plenty of mental mediums out there that get physical sensations when they're connecting with spirit. I don't discount that in any way, shape, or form. It is not my intention to discredit anyone. I'm just giving from my experience how it affects me. I also will get visions and things of that nature and intuitive information, and that is more so likened to the way a mental medium connects. So I do feel like there, is some crossover, but I do, identify as a physical medium because, again, primarily I connect with my physical senses. And the other thing is, it carries a weight to it, I guess you could say, where I have to be really, really mindful of my energy. I have to be really, really mindful of my physical body. And I don't mean that in a negative way. It's a lifestyle, right? It's a way of living for me. It has to be. I should have written down. I should have wrote down some things so that I didn't start rambling here because it's early and I'm not feeling well this morning, which is why I kind of wanted to address this. So yeah, it can take a physical toll depending upon the connection, depending upon who in spirit I'm connecting with. It really depends, and it is a way of life. It is not just an hour, I come on, I do a video, and then it's over for me. It affects what I eat, it affects how I sleep, it affects everything, And that's fine. It's been that way for me, forever. So I'm totally fine with it. I don't want this to sound like a complaining session, but I get a lot of questions about it. And I have a really good example, and I've never shared anything like this before. So this is like never before seen, never before shared type of information. And I may even do just a separate video about this, but I wanted to talk a little bit about it here because it is going to change. It's going to matter when it comes to how we do the dailies today. Okay, so I want to take us back to yesterday. Okay, so this is yesterday. You can see up here, this is yesterday's video where we did the dailies for yesterday. And here we're on Taurus. So if you watched yesterday, you might remember this. But I'm going to play it here for just a second. Let me make sure. Audio is on and all right, I am a little concerned about getting an echo from the audio. So I'm just going to push the mic forward and hopefully you can pick up the audio. Okay, so here yesterday's reading, we were doing Taurus, and that goes back to, where we could feel like things are not fair. Okay, we're gonna move on here to Gemini in just a moment. Oops, I think I didn't get the timestamp right. Sorry, I gotta go back here. Learning from it, gathering up what you can, and not just walking, running towards the next thing. Oh, somebody got burned here. Okay, there's some Taurus out there that got burned, and I feel like that is the exact verbiage that you would use when. Okay, so for anybody that doesn't know, the reason that I suddenly said, "Ooh, somebody got burned," is because my neck started burning. I started feeling a burning sensation in my neck. Okay. You describe this situation. Oh God, suddenly my neck is burning. Somebody got burned, and there could be some specific event or situation or interaction that takes place today that is in direct connection to that situation where you feel like you got burned, or that person that you feel like burned you, okay? For maybe one person, and I hope this isn't the case, something could happen today that leaves you feeling like you got burned. And that goes back to, where we could feel like things are not fair. I'm just going to let this play out a little longer. Okay, we're going to move on here to Gemini in just a moment. God, my neck is burning. Stop that. Oh gosh, there's something about the color yellow too, um, and anxiety that's coming through for Taurus. Ouch, my goodness. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Um, Being a physical medium, it's just, part of my life. Okay, so I wanted to play that, and anybody who watched yesterday, watched the whole way through, or watched for Taurus, saw that in real time because we do these live, right? I'm live right now. We do these live every morning. And so I had this burning sensation. You could hear me kind of saying, ow, please stop that. Because generally, if a symptom gets imposed upon me, if something like that happens, when I deliver the message, whatever the symptom, whatever the physical thing that is happening, will generally stop when I deliver the message. Okay, that was not the case yesterday. My neck continued to burn and be problematic. And it was like burning from the inside out. And I know that sounds strange. So it wasn't just, feeling like my skin was burning. That was happening. But it was like my muscles and tendons and just everything in my neck all the way up to my scalp was just burning and throbbing and, fire poker. It was incredibly painful. Um, and so I think I finally got to the point of it was like just before 7 p.m. here in the Eastern time zone where I finally asked somebody to look at my neck for me to look. And they were alarmed. This person was alarmed. They wanted me to go to the emergency room. And I said no. I said if it didn't feel better today, I would go to the emergency room today. But I just hate doctors. I don't want to go to the emergency room, and they can't really help with spirit related things anyway. So in any case, I had that person. I said, "Well, take a picture of what's going on back there so that I can see it." Okay. So for any of the, because I know how things can go, I wanted to just show, and I need to like cover the name here. But this is my phone after the picture was taken. And if you can see, it says on it yesterday at what? 6:54 p.m. If you can see that. Yesterday at 6:54 p.m. That is when this picture was taken. And I knew immediately, I made the connection immediately to yesterday's reading. Okay, and so one other thing, we're just going to go back to this for one more quick example. Okay, so you can see we're still on yesterday's reading. This is taking way longer than I thought it would. We're still on yesterday's reading. Have a listen. We're on Pisces. Again, I channel. I'm a medium, so it's more than just the cards when you come here to this channel. And I was just getting like tingling in my head here. So some of you could have some issues with like headaches today or trouble focusing. Okay, so you heard there where I mentioned getting a tingling sensation in my head. And so therefore, I interpreted that to mean that Pisces could, have some headaches, possibly some trouble focusing, but more so headaches. And you better believe that turned into a full-blown migraine, debilitating type migraine in combination with the throbbing neck pain yesterday. But of course I can't take a picture of a migraine. So pretty bad shape yesterday, and still not great today. I still have a migraine lingering, and of course my neck is still covered in burns. But, I thought that was a good example because I do get asked a lot. So I guess to that end, those of you that are taking advantage of the subscriber special on video orders, that for anybody new or just watching, or you've been, mulling it over and maybe you're ready to make an order, there is a subscriber special for video orders where you would give me a little bit of context or a question, and I would channel and I would do a reading that would look a lot like this, and I would deliver it to you, and it would be private, and it would be a personal attention and meditation and channeling and delivering messages about your specific situation. There is a sale basically for subscribers. And look, I can see the analytics on the channel. I know that so many of you come back day after day, but you're not subscribed. So just subscribe, please. It would be of great help. Subscribe and then take advantage of the subscriber special on video orders. But where I was going with that is if you did place an order yesterday, or if you're placing orders today, I'm pretty well out of commission for the most part. I'm gonna do the daily. It was my commitment when I started doing the dailies that I would be consistent with them. They'll be a little different today. I'm going to try to go a little bit quicker, and rather than going through all 12 signs individually, we're going to group them to earth, air, fire, and water. We've done that a couple of times here on the channel, but I do try to give attention to each individual sign, but I don't have it today to give, so I apologize. Um, all right. Adjust my ice pack here. So yeah, anybody that has put in an order, you can hopefully expect those to get delivered tomorrow. And I do apologize for the delay. If you would like a refund because of the wait, that's perfectly fine. You can request a refund. I'm happy to do that. Otherwise, I will be hopefully back up and fully running and fully aligned and ready to connect here tomorrow. But okay, Rider Wyatt deck. Let me get the time here. Okay, so we're at like 22. Wow, that took a long time. Okay, let's get the collective energy for the day. Okay, Two of Swords coming out for the collective energy. All right, so as this applies to the collective, right, to you, to anybody around you, we could be feeling stuck today, particularly if there's a decision kind of weighing on your mind, or if there's something you've been pondering where it feels like some action or some type of decision needs to be made. We could feel really stuck in that energy, and it almost feels like it's like polar opposites. When you consider the situation, there's like huge differences in the way that things could go. Okay, so that's for some of you, but the overall message is really inaction through indecision. Okay, so you may feel like you do not have all the information, or you may be waiting for a time. Just as I'm channeling here, there's this reference to you may be very self-aware and knowing that you're in a bit of a scattered state right now, and that's not the best state to make a decision from, right? So you may be waiting until you come into alignment, until you feel aligned and grounded and centered, where you feel like you're seeing everything very clearly, and then you'll make that decision. Okay, because we can see in the Two of Swords, right? She's blindfolded here. So that is, collectively speaking, we could, things could be misinterpreted today. People are just not seeing things as clearly today. You may not be seeing things as clearly today. And people are really not seeing the whole of a situation, or they're not seeing every aspect of a situation, or they're not seeing like both sides when it comes to a particular decision. So this is feeling stuck. So we could feel like we're kind of stuck in the mud a little bit today. I just heard for someone, you may feel like you're just flat out prevented from making a decision. Like you would take action if you could, but there's like some external force, there's some person, there's some external restriction that's keeping you from making a decision. Okay, we also see the crescent moon here up in the top, so we could have increased signs and synchronicities here today. Sorry, that's my ice. So there could be intuitive downloads. So meditate this morning, set clear intentions for the day so that we get that intuitive guidance. That might bring us into new perspectives or into clarity that helps us to get out of this stuck feeling energy, okay? All right, so now we're going to move on to earth signs here. Okay, so we're at like 26. All right, if you're an earth sign, let's see what your energy is for the day. Okay, and this could be Earth is your sun sign, Earth is your rising. If you're here primarily interested in love and intimate partnerships, what's your Venus sign? Okay, so there's lots of information available if you know your chart. Okay, you can do a Google search. There's tons of websites that offer free natal charts. Okay, you just need to kind of know your birth date and your birth location, the city, and your birth time. Okay, if you don't know your time of birth, just put 12 noon and it will give you a good, it will give you something to work with. Okay, so you can find out what your sun, moon, rising, or ascending signs are and lots of other information. But if you're an earth sign, okay, there's some type of change. Okay, we're shifting from a negative focus to a more positive focus is just kind of what I'm hearing. So you may have been in a state where it just seems like everything's going wrong. Or we could be putting on a really brave face. We could be presenting a really positive attitude to the world, but internally, it's a very low vibration. Okay, this is like we're looking at the things that have kind of spilled over. So the things that have not worked, in other words. So this is a sense, earth sign, of coming out of this energy. And just as I'm channeling here, fives represent change, okay? So this is what I'm getting for you for today. We're changing from this negative or lower vibration. Could be slow, okay, may not happen exactly today, but within the next, 5 to 7 days, I would say, we're able to reach a more positive perspective. And I feel like that is with intention, okay? You have to take a very intentional approach to putting yourself in a space of gratitude, to thinking about things in your life that are going well, the things that you have done well, the things in your life that you put effort into that you do see a return or an equal exchange or balance with the effort that you're giving to people, places, and things. Okay, that's what these two cups are here. That if this person would just turn around, they would see that there's so much love, so much other things there to focus on. And that's what you're doing, earth signs, okay? There could be something that triggers this change that happens today. Might not even be something that you're consciously aware of, okay, but your spirit knows, your inner being knows, and it brings you into this space of like looking more towards the positive, okay? And that's a good change to see, okay? Particularly if you're feeling stuck, earth signs, this would indicate that you're coming out of that stuck energy, okay, this week, okay? And something specifically could trigger that today. Could be an intuitive download, okay? So ground center this morning, meditate. I know I'm like always saying that. Okay, air signs. All right, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Healing. Okay, that's boom, right in the ear. Healing. That's the immediate thing that I heard. The Temperance card means a lot of things, but it does mean healing. And I'll tell you what, I'm a Gemini. And if you watched the beginning of this video, you know how true that is for me. In fact, I'm all air. I'm a Gemini sun. I'm a Libra moon. Okay, so anyway, you don't care about that. But this is healing. This is also finding balance, the balancing of emotions, the balancing of opposing forces. Okay, that is in direct parallel to the collective energy. Okay, so if you skipped ahead, I would go back and watch the collective energy. We also see in the Temperance card, okay, the head lit up, okay, and we see the third eye symbol here. So again, we get this reference to heightened intuition, signs, synchronicities, okay, your spirit guides, angels, departed loved ones, source, the universe, whatever term you're comfortable with. Let's get one thing straight. They're always, always talking to you, always. Okay. And when you ask a question, they always answer. Whether we hear or not is the question. And I feel like today, for air signs, we're doubling down on this message of getting intuitive downloads. So air signs, you're really hearing those messages today. You're really trusting your vibes today. And that could be leading you down a path of healing, of finding balance between your mental state and your emotional state for some of you. Okay, this is very, very like calming, healing type of energy. And if you're feeling very scattered, or if you're, like me here today, okay, this is really a call to action for healing. So take time to heal, take time to balance if you need that. And you might need to go inward and ask yourself intuitively, do you need that healing? Okay. All right, let's go to fire signs. Okay, fire signs. Oh no, this came out yesterday. Okay, so I feel like for many fire signs, this is, past heartache that feels fresh, and I hope that makes sense. So we're feeling betrayed, or we're feeling backstabbed at the most minor level that we can interpret this card. We could be feeling some type of betrayal by others today, or even by a situation. Okay, or it could just be a day where we feel like we have this cloud hanging over us. Okay, and the vibration is very low associated with this card. All right. For other fire signs, this is heartbreak. This is grieving for some of you. This is feeling, again, backstabbed, feeling betrayed. People that you thought cared, well, maybe they've, their actions don't show that they care. All right. So this could be a day where those types of memories come flooding back from a past situation or a past event, or there could be, for a small group of fire signs, there is something very fresh that has recently occurred within the past 3 days to 3 weeks. And this is like, we're still in the throes of heartache. Okay, so healing, 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 which I know is easier said than done. But this is a call to action, really, for fire signs. Oh, I'm so sorry. I absolutely hate this card. I really do. I hate to see it come out. Ever, ever, ever. Could be a tough day. Could be a tough day for fire signs. Okay, water signs. Okay, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Oh, I didn't do the time. Okay. Okay, water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Guys, subscribe, hit the like button, all of that good stuff. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. That's the one. This came out yesterday too. Yeah, okay, so water signs could really be nostalgic today. You could be called to your past today. And this is an energy of like seeing things through rose-colored glasses. Okay, so reminiscing about the past, your childhood for some of you, or this could be more likely for many of you, a partnership, a situationship, or a relationship with someone that you are now in disconnect with. Okay, is just kind of what I'm hearing. And you're reminiscing about all that time spent together, and you're only seeing the positive. Okay, it's rose-colored glasses. You're only seeing the positive aspects right now. To the exclusion of you may feel negatively that you're in disconnect, but the thing is, like, you went into disconnect for a reason. Things were not all peaches and cream, and that's kind of what the message is here. Okay, because we're stuck by something with the collective energy, and for some of you water signs, you're stuck in the past. You're stuck in a memory. Okay, a memory of how things were. So look, celebrate the things that are there to be celebrated, water signs. The gratitude, the things that went well. I encourage that, in fact. That's a high vibration. But when we have the Two of Swords staring us down for the collective energy, where we're not seeing things clearly and we're feeling stuck, this is a really clear indication that you could be stuck in the past, and we need to look at the past, or we need to look at that person or that situation more objectively, okay? And that could help us get unstuck. Okay, come back a little bit more to the present moment. Okay, so water signs, very nostalgic here today, and there's something about like the color red for waters, red or orange for water signs. So yeah, I do feel like for many of you, this is like related to an intimate partnership of the past, someone that you're in disconnect with now. But red could be, just however it resonates with you. Like red and orange is like there's the popping out at me. There's something about that. For however it resonates with you, okay? Okay, earth, air, fire, and water, and then we have our collective energy. Okay, yep. I'm sorry about the dings. And I'm sorry about any delay on orders. Please do take advantage of this subscriber special. Uh, I have every hope and expectation of being uh, um, back up in alignment to be able to fully open and do readings, personal readings tomorrow. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, please go back and watch the beginning of the video. I know I rambled a little bit, but that's kind of the reason why I'm pretty much just out of commission today. What we got for air signs, and I am an air sign, is healing, and that's what I need to do today. So I apologize for any delay, but I do encourage everybody, please subscribe, like, share, comment, all of those good things. And they're subscribing and all of that is completely free. But it means free to you means everything to me. And I would take advantage of this subscriber special if you would like some personal attention to your situation. And also, look, we're raffling off a live reading. Raffle tickets are $1. Okay, if you enjoy coming here, and I know many of you do, I see the analytics. Many of you come back day after day, and I love that. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. But you're not subscribed. So first subscribe and then get your raffle ticket. It's $1 and it helps support the channel. And I'm just going to address this like super clearly because today seems to be the day for like rants. I did get like an email that kind of suggested like how dare I ask, for money. Well, look, first of all, I don't necessarily ask for money. If you want to give a donation, that's great. But I have so many things at different price points that are available where you get something. Okay. A raffle ticket is $1. You have a chance to win a free reading, a free live reading. Okay. That's where you and we get together in real time and you can ask as many questions as you want in the allotted time. And you can go to my website. You can see that's a good deal for $1. And it is a way to support the channel. There's the subscriber special. There's lots of ways that help support the channel. This channel is a long, far cry away from getting monetized. And the fact of the matter is I do far more free work than I do paid work. And that's, that's my choice, right? But if I can't support the time spent on the channel, then I can't continue, and I can't go further and add additional content, right? So if you guys want to start seeing monthlies and things like that, I have to be able to there has to be some kind of justification for that time. Okay, so anyway, I hope that didn't make me sound like an ass, but there's so much that I do that's free. Have a look at my website. Have a look at my newsletters. Follow me on Facebook. We post free stuff every day. We do these readings every day. And if you want to support the channel, that's great, but nobody's twisting your arm, okay? Anyway, get your raffle ticket. The QR code is there that you can scan, or if you'd rather just use the link, there's a link in the description box. You can take advantage of the subscriber special, and you can look at the description box for lots of other links of just content that's available to you. All right, I'm sorry. I think the migraine and things are getting to me, so I'm super rambly today. So I apologize for that, and I thank you all for being here, and I'm gonna go do something to get myself well so I can be back at it tomorrow. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.